Hello everyone, my name is Pahul Padam and today it has been a keen privilege to be a part of this international conference. Today I will be presenting my paper on the topic Importance, Threats, Conservation and Future Perspective of Medicinal and Aromatic Plants. So talking about the introduction, India is ranked 1 in the top 12 megadiverse countries and is known to have rich biodiversity because of soil condition, altitude and good rainfall. These MAPs are found in diverse habitats. Then we will of course also configure about the threats, conservation strategies and sustainable uses of MAPs. Now the question arises that what are MAPs? So MAPs, these are the plants with similar properties as pharmaceutical drug, and the pharmaceutical drug is produced in laboratory to cure illnesses. These are the diverse habitats that we were talking about in the first slide. The talking about Garcinia indica, it is found in the Western Ghats and is used in treating skin diseases and fever. It contains antioxidants. Then an Ecotinium ferox, it is a plant of Himalayan region which is used as an antidote for poison. Cressa creta is found in desert and is used to treat leprosy. Avicennia marina, it is a plant found in coastal region and they have antibacterial and antimicrobial properties. Now coming to the scope and importance. First, it is synergic medicine. Synergic medicines are the ingredients in which the ingredients of plants attract simultaneously so that their users can complement or damage the other or neutralize their possible negative effects. Next is the support of official medicine. In treatments of cases like cancer disease, the components of plant proved to be very effective. Next is preventive medicine. Plant being natural or organic help to reduce side effects of synthetic treatments. Next up is this slide also talks about the importance and scope of the medicinal plants, and most of these therapies are being provided by SISM. ISM is Indian System of Medicines. Next up is various activities and uses of MAPs. As we can see here that a higher percentage of medicinal plants are being used by Ayurveda. We also have homeopathy, Unani, Tibetan and Siddha. On the other side, we have main activities of plants including antimicrobial, antibacterial, plus we have various uses of the same. Next up, we have the status of medicinal and aromatic plants. So the plant species are divided into 9 categories, and here are some of the examples of species which are rare, endangered, vulnerable and critically endangered. Next up are the threats. Talking about the threats, we have higher demands of medicines and which are derived from medicinal plants due to their increased usage by villagers, commercial collectors, traditional practices and their use in rituals. Their increased export and which leads to the deforestation, which is of course leading to loss of habitat due to habitat destruction, ultimately affecting the environment. Next up is a major cause of depletion, and which is overconsumption. Overconsumption is the mother of all environmental problems. Plants are getting depleted, medicinal plants are getting depleted due to increased demands, overharvesting, etc. etc. Next up we have is, so conservation is of course required. Conservation strategies involves in situ conservation, ex situ conservation and cultivation practices. Talking about in situ conservation, in situ conservation includes natural reserves, wild nurseries and wildlife sanctuaries in case of animals. These are the areas wherein natural areas which must be conserved. It involves hotspots. It also involves hotspots, and the hotspots are the area with high species diversity, high degree of endemism. And endemism is a species that is found in a particular area. In case of animals, if we talk, then we can have an example of kangaroo, which is found only in Australia. Next, talking about ex situ, we have botanical gardens, seed banks, etc. When we talk about ex situ conservation, herein the selected rare plants are taken from one place and are shifted to another area for conservation, and it involves botanical gardens, zoological parks, gene banks, and which maintains the stock of viable species. Next up we have the future. Look, this is the in situ, this is ex situ. This is what we can do. What is the future? So we are already working on drug computation and the research is still on. And I would like to conclude by saying that if something is beneficial for us, we should make sincere efforts to conserve it. Thank you.